center. I think what's especially notable is the picture down left. That was a picture of that play of, Swami in that case and the dog, So in Shirdi Sai Baba and the dog. So there are also other pictures from throughout the years. Now you can see, right, Swami has taken that seed, he planted it, it's become a sapling, we're growing steadily. But there are always challenges. Swami does not, he wants you to grow. He constantly gives you tests because that is the way you progress. So there were a couple of things which came up. One, students were very conflicted because they were living and growing up in a Western culture, but there were Indo-centric lessons. And then also it looks like there was a gap in the gender. So efforts were made, the lessons were expanded, stories were taken from both Eastern and Western culture, and also experiences that appeal to both genders, right? And so it continued to grow. But again, the key happening, Bernice Mead puts together a formal syllabus. As the education coordinator, Swami, and when she got Swami's blessings to do that, she went ahead, she put together these materials, and in that context, she also came to the Boston Sai Centers and did teacher trainings. So for the first time now, we have a little bit more formality to the overall materials, and that allows the program to grow further, right? As we go along, the introduction of another program. So now you see a second branch gets added. Mrs. Raji Venkataraman, starts the program with 2 children, right? Classes were only held a couple of times a month, but it's already, things are growing. As you go forward, obviously, they have their own set of challenges, especially when you have only 2 children and it's sporadic, sometimes you don't get that commitment. But in 2000, a new teacher expressed the desire to have a really good formal program, and that committed teacher made sure that SSE was never cancelled. It was always held, no matter how many kids were there, and the kids noticed the commitment. It's not that the adults or the parents, the kids themselves noticed the commitment. They talk to their parents and say, we should be there. And then the program continues to grow. As you go further, here are some pictures of the Chelmsford Center, right? So you see the growth pattern, and then overall.
So as we move along, in 2001, the Norwood Walpole SSE program starts informally in the Ashland Temple when they used to meet as a small group. But they only became formal in 2004 when the center was established. Dr. Indra Mohindra again was the first teacher as she had moved to the Norwood Center. And SSE used to be held every alternate week. From actually 2010 onwards, the SSE program started showing a growth because of increased number of teachers as well as guidance from the region. They too had their set of obstacles that were limited set of trained teachers and diminished interest by parents and their kids because lesson plans were not tailored to the age groups. But they were able to overcome those obstacles as well due to teacher trainings, sharing of formal SSE lesson plan over across the centers in the sub-region, as well as involvement of young center members in the program. Here are some pictures from the Norwood Center, SSE. So the 4th branch comes up, 2003, the Northborough Shrewsbury's SSE program formally begins. Even though it began formally in 2003, they were having classes called moral study classes all the way from 1997. And all they did was read stories from Chinnakathas to the kids. And Mrs. Leena Pradhan was the first teacher who started this program. And of course in 2006 the pre-SSE class was started. Now as we all know, given the close-knit community of the Northborough Center, they were the only fortunate ones who never had any major obstacles. And they started growing consistently. Here are some of the pictures. Again, in the same year, 2003, the fifth branch shoots up. 2003, the Scarborough SSE program begins. Mrs. Bhagya Chandra, who is our current regional SSE coordinator, was the first teacher of this program. Her two children were the first to attend the pre-SSE classes. Initially, the classes were only story time and fun activity time. But later on, gradually, within 2 years, other groups were added and they began to grow slowly. But they had some problems too. Sometimes teachers were forced to combine groups. But then, they too could overcome that because of increased teacher training in the region, as well as commitment to the program by dedicated teachers. They kept going the SS even in challenging times. So fast forward, let's see the pictures first. They have many pictures of plays in the Scarborough Center. So fast forward to 2007. So this was the time around which, around 2007, when centers from the sub-region started coming together to put on, to celebrate common events. And the SSE actually benefited a lot from this, because especially on Ishwaramma Day celebrations, as well as Swami's birthday celebrations, the kids could come together, put on plays and learn from each other. Also the fact that now there was this unity of themes helped further in creating a cohesive atmosphere. Fast forward to 2015, there was a paradigm shift. Our national SSE coordinator, current national SSE coordinator, Srinivas Raghavan, brought this about. He introduced a new child-centered SSE framework tool. So this tool provides, it works through a modular approach through 4 different class types. They are awareness, inspirational, experiential, and sharing. So it's actually a concentrated approach wherein the children are made to practice life applications on the same topic over a quarter, so that enables them to practice values very effectively. And a pilot program was started in 2015, and it became official and kicked off in 2016. So let's come now to the current 2017 and understand what the statistics are. Boston, 46 children, multiple teachers. Chelmsford, 38 children and 9 teachers. Norwood, 20 children, multiple teachers. Northborough, 35 children, multiple teachers. And Scarborough, an average of 10 children and multiple teachers. And look at the total, 154 plus children across all schools. We have come a long way, given the fact that we only started with 1 or 2 kids in almost every center. So having gone through this journey of SSE in the region, let us see how it has manifested. So notable SSE growth patterns. Children who have gone through this program are now in the different parts of the world making a difference in the society. Parents who were non-devotees have become devotees and regular center members due to their children in the SSE program. Also, some parents and center members have become SSE teachers because being inspired by this SSE program. And also there are children who have gone through this program and come full circle to be teachers in the program. So let us hear, at this point, from one of the students who was in the very first class, class where Indra Auntie used to teach. And let us hear from him. This is way back in he was a student in 1979, about 38 years ago now. So let us see how SSE has had an impact in his life.
Sairam, my name is Haran Balasingam. So what the Sai Center has done for me, I have been there since I was a little child. So it gave me a great foundation and a base for life itself. One of the first things I've learned there was to sit in one place in a very still manner. So that in itself teaches discipline, and which was a very big, major characteristic for one to learn. Over the years, I've learned Baba's teachings, which is very helpful in my life, even to this day. And another big part of Sai's teaching is seva. At a young age, I experienced going to Haley House and feeding the poor and witnessing that there are people out there that are less fortunate than you. So compassion is learned from that part. Growing up in this environment really teaches you a lot of positive things like compassion and discipline and hard work and getting along with every culture in the Sai Center. It was very diverse, which teaches you at a young age that everybody there is there for one reason and is there for love and compassion and peace. Thank you very much.
So here's our tree in full bloom now. And at this juncture, we would really like to extend a special thanks and our deepest gratitude to all the SSE teachers, past and present, for their incredible commitment and dedication to the program. We would like to end the presentation with a prayer to Swami. To Swami, please continue to guide and evolve this program further. Let many